What's this?
Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquiggums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up my coverage of Renowned Explorers, the International Society, but more specifically the DLC that just released today. That would be May 10th, 2017. It is the Emperor's Challenge. It says it right there. The original game released on September 2nd, 2015, and it was by Abby Games. Now, I don't have much to say about it. I played this game a little bit way back, not that far back, maybe a year ago. A little bit on stream. I was quite awful at the game. I didn't get much time to play it. I still haven't had much time to play it. We're about to play it now, and hopefully we can do okay. So, we're going to go in. We're going to start the new game, the Emperor's Challenge, and hopefully we can adapt and figure things out as we go. That's the plan, the goal, the hope, the dream. We'll see. We shall see. Alright, looks like we have two different game modes. We can go with Discovery Mode or Adventure Mode. Discovery Mode, you'll be able to retry whenever you lose, and save and load whenever you want. You'll reach new locations faster. Choose this option if you like to make discoveries with greater speed. Or, the opposite of that, you can't reload to previous situations, and if you lose, it's game over. The game automatically saves when you quit. Now, here's my conundrum with this, and we'll get to it in a second, but I'll finish reading the rest of this. Recommended with classic difficulty for a perilous roguelite experience where you'll need to master the mechanics. Alright, now normally this is what I would choose is the adventure mode, and I hope you guys don't hate me too much, but I'm going to go with discovery mode, not because I want to cheat or cheese my way through it or anything like that, or I want an easier time, but with adventure mode, it's all on one save. I'm always hesitant when I do Let's Plays or series of games that I do coverage of. I always cringe when I only have one save file because sometimes you have power loss, sometimes you have all sorts of things that can come up. A corrupted save file, maybe the microphone isn't picking up or something, or there's popping and stuff you don't know until you get done. And then you need to redo that recording, or record it again. And if I can't fall back onto it, like, say I save after episode 1, I save episode 1, and then I go to episode 2. If I can't go back to that save point and redo it, if there's a problem, then you guys get subpar quality, everything else. I wish that this had no reloading whenever something was a problem, but it would let you actually have multiple saves. I would go with it if that was the case. But we're going to go with Discovery Mode. I'm sorry, guys. I over-explained it like crazy. I apologize. Alright, the difficulty options. There's Easy, there's Normal, there's Classic, and then there's Impossible. And Cheat Mode. Enables skipping battles, disables achievements. We're going to go with Classic. But let's see what the different difficulty levels are. And I apologize again. I feel like my voice is very strained. I don't know why that's the case. But working the new job that I have, I talk less than I normally do, and I just do a whole bunch of recordings, but for whatever reason, it also kills my vocal cords more, so who knows. Alright, so easy. Opponents are weaker, and you gain more resources. Great if you just want to explore the world without too much trouble. We have normal, challenging, but more forgiving if you make mistakes. Perfect for learning the game or making stories. You gain slightly more resources than in harder modes. And then classic, it's the original difficulty. Hard. Requires quite some mastery to beat, and you need to be prepared to face bosses or risk losing. You will need a few tries to succeed. It sounds like something that will absolutely be terrible for me. Let's do it, eh? Let's do it. Alright, we're going to have to select our crew now. The Emperor's Challenge. This game mode is recommended if you have already finished the game at least once, which I have not done, so this is going to be a terrible, terrible thing. But it should be funny, at least. You guys can enjoy it. To achieve victory, you compete for the Emperor's Blessing against the most magnificent explorer, Mathieu Rivelier. You cannot win the blessing by collecting only renown. Instead, you must obtain titles by completing challenges. At the top of the screen, you can see today's main and secondary challenge. Make sure you pick a crew that can handle both. Sure. Alright, True Grit and Engineer Team. This is your main goal for the Emperor's Challenge. Every time you, or Rivelier, completes it, it will be replaced with an advanced version, pushing you even further. Main challenge, level up, buy items, and gain other bonuses to train a crew member's grit to its very limit. Train a crew member to have 45 grit. And then our secondary challenge, Engineer Team. This is your main goal, blah, 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 blah. Okay, train as many engineer levels as you can. Use entourage specialists and trinkets to boost their expertise. Train 4 engineer levels in your team. Cool! Or horrifying. Don't know which. Yeah, so this is going to be a thing. Alright, now imagine that each of these people are going to have different benefits and stats and things, details. Oh yeah, they do. She definitely has different stuff. So speech, armor, AP, movement, grit. Her grit is non-existent. The increased chance you have of dodging attacks and ignoring speeches. Are we going to have people who actually have that? He doesn't seem to have any grit either. It doesn't look like we have a whole lot. As you can see, I've only unlocked one other person so far. So it looks like this is going to be really rough for us, but that's okay. Why? I don't know why. Well, we're going to have to deal with it either way. Hopefully we do okay with it. This crew seems ill-suited for the challenge. Emperor, whoa, Guangzhou? Can hardly believe you are going to take on his challenge like this. Well, I haven't really chose a person just yet. So let's start with Anna. Oh, hold on. This is our leader, our captain. Okay. Let's start with Victor. Victor, is it? 50 gold from encounter, plus 5 renown from an encounter. Okay, and then we can select... Oh, we can select crew members from this. Okay. So all of them are unlocked, but as far as leaders go... Okay, that makes sense. Do any of these guys have grit to start with? I don't think so. I don't think anybody's going to start with grit. Oh, no, I was wrong. Bia Hecaton is a grit master. Alright, what about a Dolores? Oh, Dolores! 2 grit, okay. Then we have Yan over here. Yan's rocking no grit. He is gritless, and then Wu Yan. Sorry, Wang Yu. I kind of glanced. Totally misread. Alright, so Bia. Bia's our boy. And then we gotta select another crew member. I don't know how we're gonna get engineering to go. I don't know. Do we have to... I don't know how we get engineering levels. Upgrade. Again, like they like they said, this is definitely for people who've already played through the game. Now, I may make it my my mission or my goal. Ooh, she's got 26 grit. That's interesting. So maybe our scouts are more gritty than the others. I might 31. Wow, I might make it my goal to play through this weekend if I can get the time, which I might be able to actually do, and see if I can't get a little bit more idea of what I'm doing for the rest of the series. And if I have to start over, then I have to start over. But you know what? Either way, you guys will get a little bit of a sneak peek of what the game has to offer for right now. So you guys get kind of like a first look that's supposed to lead into a full series. I don't know. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. I'm just going to take a look at everybody's grit level right now. I apologize. I know this is going to be a bit lengthy. There's lots of cool stuff here, too, if you read the things. Earl is the nephew of the renowned explorer's janitor from Kansas. Has a fake membership, but everyone acts like it's real. Good with explosives. So they all have some sort of funny background, or at least cleverly worded, if nothing else. It's good stuff all around. Oh, engineer there. Oh, okay. There's 17 grit on him. Alright, so it looks like you, Hattais, are... Nope, it wasn't you. Was it you? Yeah, 31 was our #1 grit master here. So what we need now is to find our highest level engineer. You seem to be the highest engineer amongst all of them. You have 1 point into engineering as well, which is intriguing to say the least. Beguiler, yeah, lots of cool stuff. Alright, so we're going to go with the crazy guy, Earl, with his fake membership. Alright, what do you think? The crew seems well suited for the challenge. Would be impressed if he could beat his challenge with his crew. Alright, let's see if we can impress our boy. We'll start our adventure, and hopefully you guys are okay. I haven't bored you to death yet with my inability to know specifically what I need to accomplish my goals, but that's okay. Again, it's all part of the learning process. You guys get to enjoy. You'll automatically regain 2 resolve for something. Toast! Alright. This is it. You have just accepted the Emperor's challenge. Victor once more reads the letter he received personally from Beijing. Many congratulations for entering the competition for the Emperor's blessing. We cordially remind you that your respected colleague, Monsieur Rivelet, has also accepted this challenge and is already ahead of you. Furthermore, if you successfully complete your first expedition, Emperor Guangzhou, I don't know, has agreed to grant you an audience in Beijing upon your return. Victor is ready for the challenge. Victor wants to make a fantastic first impression on the Emperor and goes for an elusive treasure, a Viking ship. Rumors are that a boat belonging to the famous explorer Leif Erikson is somewhere on this forgotten island. Alright, we're going to go through the tutorial again, so hopefully I don't look completely and utterly foolish, only mostly foolish. That's the plan. Welcome to Renowned Explorers. Your goal is to achieve the most porcelain points possible, okay? And beat Rivelo in the race for the Emperor's blessing. Renowned Explorers uses unique concepts. To succeed in your goal, there are a lot of strategies and systems you'll have to discover and master. Continue exploring. While playing, remember one thing. Renowned Explorers is all about discovering treasures and stories, but also strategies and systems. The game has many new concepts and is quite challenging. Learn about the concepts here, or learn the hard way as you play. Expedition goals. Your goal is to gather as much porcelain points as possible to obtain the Emperor's blessing. However, Rivelo is competing for it as well. You gain porcelain points by fulfilling different types of title challenges. You will find a list of them on the right side of your screen. Alright. Fulfill challenges to collect porcelain points. Done. During expeditions, you can collect resources, gold, which you can spend on equipment, status, which attracts an entourage, research, which can be spent on research, insight, which you can use to gain more of the other resources. You might not find a need for these resources immediately, but once you start preparing for following expeditions, they'll be vital. They also yield some renown. Cool. Look for gold, status, and research. Got it. You won't get resources directly, though. During expeditions, you will perform actions that will give you tokens. At the end of the expedition, tokens will be exchanged for resources mentioned before. For example, a study will give you research. Later, you can upgrade your tokens for better yields. Gain resources through tokens. Got it. The expedition ends once you accomplish your expedition goal. You can surely find some secrets and other treasures if you try to explore as much as possible. Continue to learn about 2 surviving expeditions. Sorry about that, folks. Alright. The hardest part of Renowned Explorers is surviving the perils. During an expedition, you need to keep an eye on 2 particular things. Resolve, you'll lose the game if it ever reaches 0, and supplies, which are used to travel from node to node, okay? Never run out of resolve. If that happens, your crew gives up on exploring and you lose the game. You'll lose resolve from failing some challenges or having a crew member fall during an encounter. Well, that's not good. Let's not do those things, shall we? You gain resolve for completing an expedition, but otherwise it's really hard to gain resolve. Never run out of resolve. Noted. My apologies, folks. My throat is struggling to get through this, but this is the last recording of the day. I will power on through, and I hopefully won't have any more interruptions where I have to clear my throat or anything else. So, my apologies. My apologies. You need supplies to explore. Traveling on expeditions consumes supplies. If you run out of them, your crew will weaken. Still, sometimes it might be worth the risk to go a little further without supplies, but that is up to you. You'll often get the chance to regain some supplies, so keep your eyes open. Don't run out of supplies. Noted. A brief summary for a successful expedition. Find the treasures and complete the expedition. Collect gold, status, and research to spend later. Don't run out of resolve or supplies. Fulfill title challenges for porcelain points along the way. With that knowledge, you're ready to embark on expeditions, or we can learn about encounters. An encounter in Renowned Explorers is very different from what you might be used to see, or what you might be used to see? What you might be used to seeing from a tactical game, maybe? Sure. You will be able to solve encounters not only through aggressive violence, sweet, but also devious bullying, sweet, and friendly diplomacy. Boo! Boo, we don't want diplomacy, no. Okay, learn all about them in these tutorial encounters. Encounters Basic. In this tutorial, you'll learn about basic controls and how to win an encounter. This covers the most basic commands and does not yet discuss the unique systems of the game. Oh, cool, we get to actually see some stuff. I don't know how far into the game we're actually going to get, if we're going to actually start our mission or anything just yet. So if this is all tutorial, that's totally fine with me. Hopefully you guys are cool with it, and that will also give me a little bit of time to play it before I have to showcase my mad skills to all of you. Follow the tutoring instructions. Cool. We get to choose friendly, devious, or aggressive, or we get to choose none of them. Alright, we'll start the encounter. Welcome to your first encounter. Follow the tutorial. Select different participants by clicking on them with the left mouse button. Select your crew members by clicking on them with the left mouse button. Select your crew members. Yes, yeah, I got it. Alright. Now move the crew toward your opponents. You can have your active crew... You can move your active crew members by pressing the right mouse button over walkable tiles. Wonderful. Wonderful, I say. While holding the right mouse button to choose where to move, you can click the left mouse button to cancel the movement. Now move the rest of your crew. So if I don't want to move here, I can just cancel. Okay, that's cool. Go, my scout brother, go! For now you have exhausted all your possible moves. Now end the turn. Yep. It is their turn. Oi, I don't like you. Now move your crew closer to the volunteers. We've switched voices entirely. No. Now once you move the crew members close enough to an opponent, you can use their abilities to defeat your opponents. Shocking, to be sure. Whenever you prepare to use an ability, you can preview its effects. Here's an overview of the information provided. Alright, we have a percentage chance the ability will hit or miss. Okay. A preview of the amount of spirit damage the ability will do. Okay. A preview of how the ability will change the target's emotion. Bleep, bloop, bleep, bleep, bleep. Okay. Different emotions have different effects. A preview of how the ability will affect the target's vibe. What's a vibe? The positivity or negativity of the target's vibe determines if he'll get positive or negative emotions. Okay. Move, yeah. Alright, move crew members close enough to do bad things to these people. Gosh. I am here. I cannot do this or this. I can only do this. So I shall do this. You can preview the effects of your move here. Or I can just do that and be like, what's up, man? You don't just got shivved. You'll just dealt damage to the opponent's spirit through a physical attack. But don't worry. During regular play, you can also overcome unfortunate dispositions through means other than just violence. But for now, defeat these enemies by assaulting their spirit. Sweet. We can shoot stuff, right? Oh, yeah, we can. Mm-hmm. Pew, 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 get wrecked. Pew. Sweet. Boom, aggressive victory. I have dominated my opponents. Sweet. An encounter in Renowned Explorers is very different from what you might be used to seeing of these attitudes. Alright. If you know how to use your abilities to win an encounter, the next step is to look at your attitude. As mentioned before, there is much more than one way to win an encounter. Here you'll learn about the attitudes, friendly, devious, and aggressive. Start the tutorial on attitudes. Scouts may not have high defenses, but they do other things. You'll be a dummy. You'll be okay. You'll be amazing. In Renowned Explorers, you won't only enter the encounter to do battle. This is also where diplomacy and bullying takes place. Your crew can resolve this encounter with 3 different attitudes: friendly, devious, or aggressive. Resolving an encounter with a different attitude affects the course of the game and your rewards. The outcome UI in the top left shows what consequences are for having a dominant attitude in an encounter. Let's take a look. Investigate the outcome UI top left. Alright. So, we'll be amazing, we'll be okay, we'll be a dummy. Okay, there we go. As you've seen, you want to avoid finishing this encounter with an aggressive attitude. Bad consequences are marked with a red skull, while positive consequences are marked with a green cross. You'll either want to be friendly or devious. Now, how do we act upon these different attitudes? To solve an encounter with a certain attitude, your crew members must have different abilities. In the abilities tooltip, you can see what attitude they have. You'll also notice the first ability is always aggressive, the second always devious, and the third always friendly. Take a look at the tooltip of your abilities to see their attitudes. Alright, aggressive, devious, and friendly. Alright, cool. Using an ability on your opponent influences which attitude you'll end with. Attacking makes you aggressive, terrifying will make you devious, and etc. Try out an ability on an opponent and take note of how it changes the outcome UI in the top left. Alright, so what is this? Encourage. Yeah. Oh, yeah! First try! Alright. If you look in the outcome UI, you'll see I went Boston there, I don't know why. The bar corresponding with your attitude filled up. It's fine. Every ability you do influences the outcome. For example, aggressive abilities count heavier than others. And defeating an important boss with a certain attitude counts even heavier. The rest is up to you to find out.
Now you know how to get a certain attitude. However, that is not all there is into choosing the right ability.
It's fine. What you can do effectively depends on your crew. Aggressive abilities get stronger with high attack. Friendly and devious abilities get stronger with high speech. Cool. Aside from your crew, your opponent also has strengths and weaknesses. For example, wolves don't really care if you're nice to them. On the other hand, some people are more easily hurt with words. Take note of the opponent's armor and speech defense. It will reveal what its weaknesses are. You can inspect opponent by left-clicking on the opponent. Take some time, inspect your crew, and then your opponent by left-clicking. Try to spot their strengths and weaknesses. Speech power is pretty good. Attack power is also pretty good. Speech power a bit better. Attack power a bit worse. Attack power better. Speech worse. Alright, and then you, friend. You are really... oh, that's speech power. You have no speech defense, yet you are fully armored and you will absorb almost everything. If you looked at the opponent armored volunteer, you might have seen that he has high armor and that aggressive abilities won't work so well. These situations can change your common tactics or make certain attitudes harder to achieve. To summarize, attitudes ending with different attitudes have different consequences and rewards. Your crew can be good or bad at certain attitudes. Opponents have different strengths and weaknesses. You'll need to balance out strength and rewards, finishing the encounter in your preferred attitude. But remember, the consequences. Okay. Well, I have come here to do a friendly thing with you. Probably. You're my buddy! Here, have some maracas! Yeah, he's excited because we're amazing. Sweet. Alright, we have proven our worth. You are friendly, which means you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. The last thing to learn about in the encounter is the most intricate moods and emotions. Sorry about that again, guys and gals. We're almost there. Bear with me. In an encounter, you'll have to make use of moods and emotions to achieve your goals. Randomness plays a small role in an encounter. That is a rough in an encounter. Mastering moods and emotions is vital for beating the whole game. Brute force, your best abilities will only get you so far here. Brute forcing, rather. Alright. Let's see how this all plays out. Let's see where this puts us for overall time. Alright, you finish the tutorial with your Conqueror, you Machiavellian, and you Diplomat. In the previous, you learned about the attitudes. Your opponent has an attitude, depends on their nature, and your action. You can always change attitude at the start. For example, wolves will always be aggressive, while kind villagers will be friendly. See physically attack. Okay. Enemies have and change attitude too. The combination of your attitude and your opponent's attitude is called mood. For example, if both you and your opponent are friendly, the mood is pleasant. This is very, very important. If your attitude changes, the mood changes as well. The same goes for your opponent's attitude. The combination of my attitude and the opponent's attitude is mood. Got it. You often start an encounter with an uncertain attitude, which has no moods. Let's use a devious ability to change the attitude and see how it affects the mood. Alright. We can enrage this guy over here. Alright, so let's go. Also notice that my cursor does not lock to my screen. That's kind of unfortunate. There might be a setting for that, though.
I'm going to bully you, huh?
Oh, he's taunted and ruffled. You changed your attitude to devious combined with the opponent's devious attitude, and the mood became tense. You're both hurling insults and threats at each other. With this, you learn that changing attitudes also changes the mood, since moods are the combinations of attitudes. Okay. You can expect the current mood and the mood UI. The mood UI on the top of your screen. That's up there, okay. It shows your current attitude, the opponent's current attitude, and the current mood. Okay, simple. So UI shows you what you are right now, which can be different from what the outcome UI shows as your dominant attitude. Okay. The mood is very important. There are 9 different moods. Each mood has a different effect. All those effects count for all your crew members. Some are in your favor, while others are terrible. The combinations of moods and emotions combined can account for 200% increase in damage done, or 100% increase in damage received. That's rough. Alright, so hostile, escalated and brutal, and then provocative, tense, and tyrannizing. Yeah. Tyranny! That's fine. And then we have dire, persuasive, and pleasant. Alright, makes sense. You can see the current effect in the mood UI right underneath the mood. For right now, we are tense, and if you try to be the better man and act friendly, it will have a stronger effect. Try to find the current mood effect in the mood UI. Friendly abilities are 25% increase into power. Okay, found it. Every mood has a different effect. In general, rock, paper, scissors kind of relation holds for them. If you're friendly, then devious opponents can get persuaded. If you're devious, you can make aggressive opponents lose their focus. And if you're aggressive, you can easily beat up friendly opponents. Makes sense. Beware, though, this also counts against you. You don't want to be in an escalated mood where you are aggressive and your opponent is devious. They will get on your crew's nerves until you can't handle it any longer. The last part of moods is how to change your current attitude to change the mood. The current mood is tense. According to the previous rules, you'll be better off by using friendly against their devious. Alright, let's try that. Alright, use a friendly ability. Alright, so we're going to go over here and be like, hey bud, want to be my pal? Want to be my buddy? I should probably left click instead of right click. There we go. Maraca time! I like maracas. They're my favorite. You might have noticed that after you use the ability, the aptitude pip is added to the bar left of the mood. Aptitude pip? I'm not sure what that is. The left of the mood UI. This represents how far an opponent is from viewing you differently. If it's full, you change your current attitude and the mood as well. Certain actions like defeating an opponent gives extra attitude pips. Others remove attitude pips. Oh, okay, so those are the pips. So we need one more friendly act for them to change the mood. Okay, makes sense. Moods are a combination of both attitudes. Moods have strong effects, good or bad. In general, friendly beats devious, aggressive beats friendly, and devious beats aggressive. Alright, that's fine. This might be a lot to take in. It's fine. The last thing we're going to talk about briefly is emotions. A lot of abilities have an emotion like terrified or excited tagged to them. Character hit by such an ability under the right circumstance gain that emotion. You can see them as the type and side effects of an ability. Take a look at your abilities to spot their emotion. Okay, enraged. Confident, okay. Inspect your abilities to see their... Yeah. Some emotions are positive, others are negative. Terrified lowers a character's attack. On the other hand, excited will raise one's speech. Many friendly type abilities have a positive emotion you can get, and can also be used to heal your crew members. Emotions can be used in many different ways. The last thing about emotions is that characters can have weaknesses and resistances against abilities with certain emotions. The mean volunteers you're facing are resistant to saddened abilities, but take extra spirit damage from enraged abilities. You can find this info in their character UI when you left-click on the opponent. That's the end of the encounter tutorial. To reiterate, moods are a combination of attitudes and are very powerful. In general, friendly beats devious, which beats aggressive, which beats friendly. When it comes to moods, emotions are versatile side effects you can use to influence individuals. It's a lot to learn in a few minutes. You can always use the reference guide and tooltips to find information if you forgot it. It's time to end this. Let's finish the encounter by a little bit of murdering. Yeah, let's do that. I want to do this one. It just seems cooler. Let's do it. You smell like a stinky cheese. It's fine. Alright, we're going to end the turn. Now they're going to do something to us. It's not going to be nice. You think I smell like cheese? I have sword. Oh yeah? I'm going to enrage you further, you swine. You are a crazy rat at a party. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Alright, so we are devious this time around. I broke my opponent's minds. Cool. Well done. There are still secrets to be uncovered, but your first game probably won't go that smoothly. Just remember, it's all about discovery. Enough. Time for adventure. Victor wants to make a fantastic first impression on the Emperor. Goes, yeah, we already know about this. Alright, time for adventure. That is where the Viking ship is, and this is where we're able to start. The Emperor is constantly posing challenges to you in Rivoli. Completing such a challenge will grant you a porcelain trophy worth a certain amount of porcelain points. On the right, you can see the current challenges along with the progress and an estimation of when Rivoli will achieve it. Hover your mouse over the challenges to see how to complete them. You'll win the game by achieving more porcelain points than the Rivoli. Pick your battles wisely. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is a tale for another time, I think, I hope. And we'll continue in our next episode. Hopefully I'll get a little bit of time to play on my own before this all ends in a horrible, horrible, horrible mess. Which it might do. It might do that. Anyway, if you want more information about the game, where to get the game, where to get the DLC, the new one that released today, May 10th, information on the developer, any of that wonderful fun stuff will all be down below in the description of the video. If you guys enjoyed this video, despite my struggling to speak, my voice is a bit raspier than normal, a bit more strained. Go ahead and leave a like. I do appreciate that, especially in the first parts of any series, first few episodes, first, say, 3 to 5. Definitely leave a like. It helps with visibility for other people searching for the game and everything else. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time with more Renowned Explorers International Society, The Emperor's Challenge DLC. Let's play. It's very long. It's fine. Anyway, folks, until then, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.